Welcome to BookBuzz Reviews and Summaries. Imagine waking up in a room that breathes peace as soon as you open your eyes. Every item in your house, from the clothes in your closet to the spoon in your drawer, welcomes you with silent intent and quiet happiness. You get through your day free of clutter, yes, but also free of chaos, confusion, and emotional baggage you didn't even realize you were lugging around. This is not a dream. This is the strength of living with purpose. This is the promise of Spark Joy, Marie Kondo. Tidying. Guru who has revolutionized the world with her KonMari method is back, not with rules, exactly, but with a spiritual revolution. This isn't about folding clothes into perfect rectangles or how to determine which drawer requires a cleaning out. This is about facing your life, one item, one choice, one beat at a time, and asking a question that may sound small but is nothing short of a transformation. Does this spark joy? It's a question that cuts through the din. It hushes guilt, quiets duty, and demolishes the towering stacks of in case which block your path to a life you really love. In this masterclass, Marie doesn't only instruct you how to clean, she instructs you how to notice, how to sense, how to respect the things which have come to your aid, and let go of those which are quietly strangling you. This is not a book. This is a doorway to simplicity, to clarity, to beauty, to freedom. Because when you master the holy art of tidying, you aren't cleaning up mess, you're shaping your surroundings into a reflection of your best self, and in the process, you do more than spark joy. You light your life. So open these pages not with fear, but with excitement, because you are not simply going to declutter your house, you're going to enliven your soul. Part 1. Ignite the Spark, the art behind tidying with joy. Chapter 1. The spark that changes everything. Close your eyes for a second and picture yourself walking into a home that exhales calmness into your being. No mess, no craziness. Each thing around you is smiling because it was intentionally chosen, not out of habit, guilt, or obligation, but out of delight. This is the promise of Marie Kondo's KonMari approach, a philosophy much deeper than folding shirts and decluttering closets. It's about starting your life over. And in Spark Joy, she expands on her international bestseller, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, to teach us not only the principles, but the essence of the method. From the very start, Marie invites us to see that tidying is not a task, it's a conversation with our lives. It's how we face our past, mold our present, and make room for a happy future. So let's start this process not with our hands, but with our hearts. Chapter 2. Tidying is a celebration, not a cleaning hack. Tidying is not cleaning, but Marie makes a strong distinction. Tidying is choosing joy. Cleaning gets rid of dirt. Tidying gets rid of the baggage of things that no longer benefit us. Picture a birthday party. That's what tidying should be like, Marie explains. Tidying is a once-in-a-lifetime event. It's a festival, not something you repeat every weekend. Once done properly, your home and your soul undergoes a transformation that lasts. The first step, commit. She challenges us to say, I am going to clean up. Say it aloud, whisper it, write it down, declare it. This shift in mindset is critical because without commitment, you'll be sorting forever, but never getting there. Chapter 3. Imagine your dream life, the joyful roadmap. Along comes one of Marie's most important lessons, one many gloss over. Envision your dream life before you even lay a hand on one item. She doesn't say, I want a tidy house, she says. How does your place feel when you enter? What morning do you want to wake up to? What feelings overwhelm you when you open your closet? Marie takes us through writing, drawing, or envisioning, clearly, the life we desire to live. This plan isn't filler. It serves as our navigation chart when deciding what to retain and what to release, since ultimately it's not about the things, it's about living the life you desire. Chapter 4. The Joy Test, the single most powerful question. Now we come to the nub of the KonMari process. The joy test. Pick up each item and ask yourself, does this bring me joy? Don't think too hard. She wants you to sense that spark of joy. It's there, a spark, electric, and alive. It could be a tingle on your fingers, a grin that refuses to be stifled, an excitement that froths from your heart. This process of practice trains us in intuition. It's not tidying. It's becoming attuned to ourselves, to retrieve that inner voice muted by decades of shoulds, duty, and inherited mess. And when you are holding something that doesn't bring you joy, you thank it. This Thanksgiving brings closure. There is no guilt, no judgment, only grace. Chapter 5. The Order Matters, Clothing First. Marie underscores, neat by category, not wear, which is to say, you take all your clothes from all the closets, drawers, and coat hooks and pile them somewhere, because until you look at everything, you don't know the reality of what you have, and clothes are where you start because clothing is intimate, easy to analyze, and emotionally lighter than photos or inheritances. It develops your decision-making muscle. You grip that well-worn college sweatshirt, it was meaningful, but does it bring joy to you now? When you finally gaze at your closet and see that each and every one of its contents brings joy, dressing in the morning becomes a celebration each day. Chapter 6. Folding as a Love Language. This is where Marie is not only a tidying professional, but an artist. She shows us how to fold clothes vertically, turning drawers into minimalist displays, but it's not about neatness. Folding is an act of care, she explains. When you fold clothes correctly, you are speaking to your wardrobe. Each fold, each smooth motion of the hand, is an act of appreciation. When your socks are folded neatly rather than balled up, when your shirts sit up straight rather than sagging, you're telling yourself you matter, your stuff matters, your energy matters. Chapter 7. Letting Go with Gratitude, the Goodbye Ritual. Most of us get stuck not because we can't get our act together, but because we can't release. Marie reshapes this. The purpose of an object may have already served. That book you never read, its purpose may have been to show you what you don't require. That dress you wore once, its function was to make you sparkle that one precious evening. When we let go with gratitude, we end the story with love, not with regret. Marie's clients have cried, laughed, even hugged their handbags goodbye. Because sometimes releasing an item is the most loving thing we can do for the item and for ourselves. Part 2. Master the Categories, Clearing the Clutter of Everyday Life. Chapter 8. Books, Echoes of Who We Were and Who We Wish to Be. Books are sacred to some. They hold our dreams, our knowledge, and our identity. That's why sorting them can feel like tearing pages from our own tale. But Marie calmly directs us here. Don't pull books off the shelf individually. Wake them up by taking them all off at once and laying them on the floor. This is their moment of truth. Ask, do I feel a thrill when I hold this book? If not, it's just paper. She cautions us about 2 traps. 1. Someday syndrome, holding on to books for a life you may live. 2. Identity clinging, clutching books of an old version of you. Hold on to the books that resonate with your heart these days. The rest have fulfilled their purpose. Release them with gratitude, so their stories can ignite joy in someone else. Chapter 9. Papers, the Weight of 1,000 Shoulds. We all have it, drawers and boxes bursting with paper. Receipts, warranties, statements, junk mail, manuals, and notes we'll never read again. Marie's rule is refreshingly simple. Discard everything, yes, everything, unless it fits into one of 3 categories. 1. Currently in use. 2. Needed for a limited time. 3. Must be kept indefinitely. No, just in case. No, I might need this. Because those piles are not organization. They are procrastination in disguise. Sort papers by purpose. Pending, necessary, and sentimental. Store them vertically in folders if needed. But remember, the goal is freedom, clarity, breathing space. And if you're worried about manuals, Marie says, Google is your manual now. Chapter 10. Kimono, the Kingdom of the Miscellaneous. Kimono is Marie's word for odds and ends, and it's where the battle really rages, because this is where clutter tends to lurk. Kitchen gadgets, cosmetics, cables, stationery, hobby equipment, trinkets, office supplies. Here's where we pose the question, does this really make me joyful, or am I holding on to it just in case? For every subcategory, pull all of each item into one room, spread it out, confront the reality of how many scissors, mugs, pens, batteries, or lipsticks you really have, Marie offers wise advice. Keep one of each practical tool unless multiples bring joy. Store alike with alike. The golden rule: label drawers only if it serves you and your family to keep things organized, not for looks, for storing. Use basic boxes or dividers. You don't need elaborate containers. Shoe boxes are magic. In kimono, choice becomes an art. You'll see how much you've stored out of habit, and in the releasing, you'll be free. Chapter 11. Kitchen Magic, a happy kitchen space. The kitchen is worthy of mention because it is the center of many a home, yet often it's cluttered with dulled knives, excess Tupperware, stale spices, and seldom used gadgets. Marie teaches, the kitchen should be a place that makes cooking enjoyable, not a battleground. So, use joy checking on plates. Only keep what you use and love. Tools. Get rid of duplicates and one-use gimmicks that infuriate. Food. Yes, food too. Toss out-of-date food and ingredients that don't fit with how you want to feed yourself. Marie suggests, store vertically where you can, clear counters to welcome peace and inspiration. Don't leave invisible clutter such as magnets, more dish towels than you need, or that pen holder by the fridge. Even your fridge can be sparking joy when every last thing within it furthers your health and well-being. Chapter 12. Bathroom and Beauty, the Ritual of Self-Respect. The bathroom and vanity areas are where we start and finish our day, and yet they're usually filled with half-used lotions, free trial samples, messy hair ties, and expired makeup. Marie invites us to respect these spaces as sacred. Ask, do I really use this product? Do I love how it smells, feels, or looks on me? Does it honor the image of who I am today, or who I once was? She exhorts. Organize beauty products by type. Use trays or containers to lift and honor what you use. Toss with appreciation. No guilt about money spent. It was a learning experience. A clean bathroom is not vanity. It's a celebration of self-love. Chapter 13. Hobby Stuff. Challenging dreams put on hold. Crafting supplies, musical instruments, art supplies, sports equipment. These tend to be the most emotionally invested. Marie educates us on how to divorce the object from the fantasy. At times, we keep hobbies around not because we adore them, but because we think we ought to. Ask yourself, am I hanging on to the past or planning for a happy future? Does this implement make me want to make something or feel guilty? Select items that affirm the version of you that you wish to cultivate. Presently, that's authentic joy. Part 3. Honoring Memories, Letting Go to Hold Onto Joy. Chapter 14. Sentimental Items, the Last and Most Holy Frontier. You have mastered sorting clothing, books, documents, kimono, but now you confront the category that most people shy away from: photos, letters, mementos, heirlooms, childhood treasures, gifts from deceased loved ones. These things whisper, remember me, don't forget. Marie knows the weight of this category. That's why she saves it for last. By now, you've honed your decision-making, you've practiced listening to the spark of joy, and you're finally ready to confront these emotional treasures. She reminds us, the purpose of sentimental items is to be treasured, not hoarded, and at times, the greatest act of love is to cling to something, revisit the memory, and release it, full and thankful. Chapter 15. Memories are in you, not the object. That ticket to the concert, that friend's letter, that childhood broken necklace, they tell stories, but Marie poses the question, is this item a vessel for love, or a weight of sorrow or guilt? She instructs, if an item brings a smile and warmth, keep it with pride. If it brings heaviness, obligation, or pain, thank it for the role it played and release it. You're not erasing memories. You're honoring them by choosing what truly deserves space in your life now. And for the things you do decide to hold on to, keep them lovely. Give them a place that will match their significance. Don't let them decline in an old box. Chapter 16. Photos. 8,000 feelings in one glance. Photos are sneaky. Some keep thousands, hidden in envelopes, hard drives, albums. Seen only occasionally, appreciated even less. Marie says, photographs exist to be enjoyed, not hidden. She suggests this approach. Put all empty pictures in one spot. Choose only the joyful ones. Not only the smiley ones, but also the ones that make you come alive. For multiples or blurry ones, take courage and throw away. Make an album or frame most meaningful photos. Let your visual past be a hall of joy, not a chore of abundance. Chapter 17. Gifts. The burden of good intentions. One of Marie's toughest lessons is about gifts. She tells us, a gift's purpose is to be received with gratitude. That's it. It's done its job once received. If the product doesn't make you happy, you don't have to keep it out of guilt or manners. This lesson frees us. You're not turning down the giver. You're honoring the space within you. You're picking honesty over duty. You can love the individual without retaining the object. This is a gentle revolution in emotional boundaries, and it gives you the power to surround yourself with only what resonates with your real self. Chapter 18. Heirlooms and the ancestral voice. Family heirlooms are usually fraught with expectation. China sets, paintings, jewelry, holy books, handmade furniture. Marie helps us distinguish guilt from thankfulness, duty from gratitude. Ask yourself, do I want this in my house because it makes me happy or because I feel I should? If the latter, Marie kindly allows you to release. Keep a picture if necessary. Write a letter. Pay respect to the memory without holding on to the item. In this action, you're not cutting ties, you're selecting the legacy that is right for your life. Chapter 19. Emotional clutter. What we really hold on to. Marie uncovers a greater truth. Too often, finding on our shelves and in our minds represent unprocessed feelings, regret at dollars spent, fear of losing memories of the past, guilt over lost love, shame over who we used to be. But cleaning is an emotional detox. When we face these things, we face ourselves, and when we let them go, we're letting go of old stories and hidden pain. Marie promotes journaling during this process, crying, smiling, even meditating with items prior to letting them go. Cleaning isn't about stuff, it's about healing. Chapter 20. Letting go is a skill and a celebration. The more you do joy checking, the healthier your heart gets. Marie demonstrates that releasing something isn't losing it, it's creating space for who you're evolving into. You stop using the words, what if I need this someday? I might regret letting this go. And instead, you use these words, does this serve my joy now? Is this who I want to be? You lighten up, get more honest, get more alive. This is emotional tidying. And it radiates out into relationships, ambitions, and how you spend your time. Part 4. The art of sparking joy. Living with intention, elegance, and clarity. Chapter 21. Storage. Creating a sanctuary, not a container. Marie starts by debunking a myth. Storage experts are hoarders, she cautions. The vast majority of storage solutions are a trap. They conceal clutter, not get rid of it. Real joy-based storage is easy, deliberate, and uplifting. Her golden rules. Store everything so you can see it easily, nothing piled, everything standing, similar things together, near where you use them. Use shoeboxes rather than storage bins. Drawer dividers to keep things clear, labels only when necessary. Vertical storage for all, even bags and clothes. The secret isn't grand systems, it's simplicity, accessibility, and visual calm. An easily opening drawer with only things you adore, that's luxury. Chapter 22. The joy of folding, a meditation in motion. Folding, to Marie, is not just a process, it's a gesture of thanks. Each piece of clothing is folded with attention, respect, and purpose. When folded properly, they sit alone, like independent little entities. She presents the KonMari folding method. Smooth with your palms, fold into thirds, adjust so it stands upright. This is not obsession. It's about making the ordinary a ritual of awareness. Marie even goes on to say, folding clothes is an opportunity to thank them for protecting your body. Think about that. Every drawer is a carefully curated gallery of happiness. Chapter 23. The ideal home, not perfect, but personal. You don't require a showroom home. You need a space that is you. Marie urges, a home for each item. Joy-inspiring decor, a candle, a photograph, a figurine, a special power spot in your house, a holy corner that recharges you. Your house should nurture your health and imagination. It should breathe peace every time you enter. It should open arms for your future, not show off your past. This is where cleaning becomes styling, and styling becomes a reflection of your soul. Chapter 24. The Ripple Effect. Tidying transforms everything. Marie teaches us, when we tidy our house, we don't only put things in order, we reorder our mind. As individuals tidy, they quit their job, they break up with a toxic partner or friend, they uncover secret passions, they finally chase dreams lost amidst clutter, because the habit of choosing joy in little things conditions you to choose joy in large things. You stop accepting less, you stop putting things off, you begin living. Cleaning is not a task, it's the initial brave move of taking back your power. Chapter 25. Spark Joy at Work. Marie brings the technique to the office, because a messy desk reflects a messy mind. Tips for your workspace. Empty your desk completely, store only essentials within reach, include one joy-stimulating object, a photo, a plant, a saying, declutter digital clutter too, desktop, email, files. When your environment is tidy, your energy is flowing, you concentrate more, you work with purpose. And even the most stressful activities become easier. Your job becomes more than just a grind. It becomes an expression of what's important to you. Chapter 26. A Life That Sparks Joy. Every decision counts. The KonMari approach is not a method, it's a philosophy of life. Each choice, what to wear, what to eat, what to buy, what to say yes to, is a chance to ask, does it spark joy? You come to trust your instincts, live in the moment, value quality, not quantity, release shame, guilt, and fear. Marie reminds us, the question of what you want to own is actually the question of how you want to live your life. And that's the key. Tidying makes you select joy every time. Chapter 27. Gratitude. The silent magic that changes everything. At the core of it all, Marie's system is built on one simple fact: gratitude. She bows to her house each day. She thanks clothing before she gets rid of it. She handles each object with respect, because when we go through life with reverence, we are more mindful, more present, more giving. Gratitude makes what we have into enough, and what we hold on to into treasure. Conclusion. When joy becomes a way of life. Take a deep breath and take a gander. Perhaps the room you're standing in at the moment is neat. Perhaps it's still a mess. Perhaps it's somewhere in between. A work in progress. But no matter where you are on your path, you've just taken a strong step. You've ventured not only through the mechanics of organizing a home, but the sacred art of creating a life that sparks joy. Because let's be clear, Marie Kondo is not merely teaching us to fold shirts or line up spice jars. She's teaching us to make decisions with courage, to live with deliberate intention, and to reconnect with the inner voice we've long silenced in the noise of clutter. She teaches that tidying is an act of self-respect, that releasing is not losing, it's freedom, and that all the things you decide to encircle yourself with must have one strong attribute. It must bring joy. We live our lives gathering, accumulating, keeping things, not just stuff, but feelings, regrets, roles that no longer define us. We clutter our shelves and closets, in hopes they'll clutter up the emptiness within, but then we come to understand, more things never made us whole. What we truly yearn for is clarity, simplicity, peace, a feeling of harmony between who we are and how we live, and that is what the KonMari process frees. You've now made your way through the layers of your life. One thing, one memory, one feeling at a time. You've touched your past, you've stood before the mirror of your present, and now you're opening the door to a future that is lighter, clearer, more meaningful. Your house isn't just tidy now, it's a sanctuary. Your possessions aren't just sorted, they're edited expressions of your essence, and your choices aren't haphazard anymore. They're directed by one shining compass. Does it spark joy? So what now? You live this, not once, not someday, but daily. You fold with love, you release with compassion, you shop with mindfulness, you communicate with clarity, you pick behaviors, experiences, and individuals that feed you, and leave the rest behind with a grateful heart, setting them free. This is the KonMari way. It's a gentle revolution that starts in your sock drawer. and ends in your most powerful, real you. And whenever life does get cluttered again, for it will, keep this in mind. Joy is always waiting under the mess. Peace starts with one act of thankfulness, and your home, as your heart, can hold only what belongs. So fold your life with care, let energy flow, and live each day, not for perfection, but for what deeply, really sparks joy. Thank you for listening. Now go and let your life be your masterpiece. Discover more from the book. Thanks for listening to Book Buzz reviews and summaries.